Hello and welcome to The Haunting, a show about the paranormal that will make your skin crawl, with ghostly facts and stories, as we investigate some of the most haunted hotels in Britain. To start off the series with a spooky reservation, we are going to investigate the legendary Mermaid Inn. Let's have a look at what we'll be featuring tonight. Coming up on the show, our team of investigators have a look around the Mermaid Inn. We have the public tell us their own spooky stories, and I talk to this historian about the background and the ghosts our team may have encountered on their trip. Now, we all have at least one unexplainable experience with the paranormal in our lifetime, whether we believe in the afterlife or not. There are several types of paranormal activity, and one that has been known to occur in the Mermaid Inn is that of objects moving by themselves. Particularly in one of the bedrooms upstairs, there is a rocking chair, and guests are known to wake up in the middle of the night to hear and see the chair rocking on its own accord. Perhaps our investigators will see something similar to this spooky occurrence. But for now, let's hear from the public about their unusual ghost encounters in the Ghost Box. Some truly spooky stories told by members of the public there. Now moving on to the part of the show that will send shivers down your spine. We have had a group of investigators head down to Rye in Sussex to investigate the notorious Mermaid Inn to see if it's as haunted as people say. Before our team set up their experiments, they also spoke to the location's owner to learn more about the unexplainable happenings others have experienced. So let's meet our brave investigation team.
Tonight on The Haunting, our investigation team arrive at the Mermaid Inn, located in Rye, East Sussex, famous for two reasons: its extensive history and its paranormal activity. Built in the 11th century, the Mermaid Inn has an interesting, mysterious history with its crooked appearance and medieval corridors. The building serves as a restaurant and inn. However, not many know of its secret passageways and 5 haunted bedrooms. During the 18th century, the inn was said to be one of the places that the notorious Hawkhurst gang laid low and planned their smuggling. Tonight's investigation team includes Sharona, our psychic medium, She's a skilled medium with over 40 years' experience. We also have Molly Lyons, who will act as our paranormal invigilator and will chaperone our crew as they film during the investigation. And finally, I am to lead the investigation alongside the camera and sound operators.
Well, I've only been here just over 30 years and I've never had a bad feeling here, but we have many guests that come and stay with the hope of seeing a ghost, and a few of them do, and they always see the same things in the same rooms, which to me is a little bit too close to home. We had a gentleman who left his camera on slow all night, and about exactly 2:15, you see a figure appear at the back, and some straight lines dart down, and you can hear metal on metal, which, okay, is fine. So we've tried to reenact it, we've tried to get the shadow, we can't do it.
So I'm here in room 15, and in 2013 a medium wanted to conduct a séance in this room, and 5 of the staff took part. Now the medium said that a figure and a dog had walked into the room, and when each staff offered their hand out, apparently a shadow was cast on the arm, and they all said they felt something like a dog. And between room 15 and room 16 is a secret passage. In the wine cellar, there are a series of passages that lead out onto Mermaid Street, and behind this wall over here is a cove in which the Hawkshurst smugglers used, and beyond this cove is a network of passages that lead under the town of Rye. So room 16 seems to have a recurring theme of 2 figures sword fighting, and allegedly as well the story goes that the loser of the sword fight would be thrown down the secret passageway that's between room 15 and room 16. So if we see a sword fight tonight, I have to say I will be very excited.
So, they're our investigation team who had a very enlightening interview with the owner, but we'll have to wait a little bit longer before we see what happened after the lights went out. For now, I'm joined live in the studio by Clifford Hume, a historian that will be hopefully able to talk us through the location's history and what we hope to see with our investigation team. Hi Clifford, thanks for joining us.
A pleasure to be here. Now, the Mermaid Inn was established in the 12th century.
Long time ago then?
Very long history, and a notorious history thanks to the tunnels underneath.
Okay.
This is where the smugglers plied their trade. It also had the infamous notoriety of being the home to the Hawkshurst gang.
The Hawkshurst gang, that sounds quite scary. How many people would have been in a gang like that?
A gang like that would have consisted of anything from 400 to 600
Wow,
people.
that many?
That many. It was from the fishermen all the way through to the local constabulary as well. They used the extensive tunnels to smuggle their contraband and to distribute it to the southern England area. Tea, brandy, anything like that that had a tax imposed on it. Now, one of the leaders at the time was a chap called Thomas Kingsmill, and he was executed in 1740s, and his ghost is said to inhabit the inn even to this day.
Wow, that's quite scary when you think about it. And there's definitely potential for some interesting paranormal encounters for our investigation team. Before we see what our team experienced, I'd just like to mention that Sharona, our medium, didn't know where she was going or have any idea of the history of the location before she got there. So there was no way for her to do any research prior to the investigation. Let's see how they got on.
We're here in room 16 and we've just had our blessing with Sharona, our medium, and we've also got Molly, our invigilator, and now we're going to see if Sharona can pick up anything in this room, any feelings and any presence or any paranormal activity.
I pick up mail, very strong mail around this area. I don't know if there's been a fire here. Because I smell smoke here. There is just this male stands there. He just stands there. It's very strong male, but it's quite smart energy with him. I think it's got dark hair. It just seems like he's more of a high authority above people, if that makes sense. I get named Thomas.
Okay.
I get James. They're showing me the neck area. I feel something within them. They've got something around their neck.
Okay.
Up the cellar or the chimney.
Very. I don't know how deep that must be. What, 4 meters maybe?
And someone wants to push me down there.
Someone wants to push you down there.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go down there. But they want to. No, I don't want to go down there. There's been murder here. There's lots of deaths.
Murder?
Yeah, there's lots of deaths here. So there's deaths. Something's just touched
I think
me.
I'll maybe just step out here for just.
Something's just touched me.
Something's just touched you?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, my face. It just feels. I get a lot of like, there's a lot of links here with swords and guns, but not the ones we know today. Yeah. Someone's very lost.
Okay.
Very lost female.
Is
She's
she in
very-
distress?
Yeah. She's upset and very lost.
Okay.
She wants to find something. She's lost something. I get an Elizabeth.
Okay.
I don't know, there's something about Elizabeth. I get grey in my head.
Graham.
Grey.
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 The colour or name?
It's a name, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel they're sort of like they go out further into the street area.
Okay.
I keep getting smuggling and taking things and putting them in here, putting them in around the rooms.
Like storing them
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, after our first vigil with the lights on, our medium Sharona has picked up on a few details about the Mermaid Inn. What can you tell us, Clifford, about what she's discovered so far?
Well, she mentioned room 16, and
Yeah.
she mentions the name Thomas. Well, we can find 2 Thomases that were involved actually in the Hawkhurst gang.
Okay.
First one was Thomas Kingsmill, we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The second one was actually Thomas Moore, and they were both leaders of the gang in their time, so that could tie into that.
Okay.
The sword play that she mentioned, that also does come into the smuggling aspect of it, and we know of one famous fight that took place in that room, and the loser was actually thrown down the cavity.
A sticky end then.
Totally.
And they mention about room 15 and the cellar. Tell us more about that.
Now, room 15, Shona mentions the lady in grey who's lost and confused. Well, that room is actually haunted by what everyone calls the lady in grey.
Okay.
We believe that she was actually the wife of the founder of this gang of smugglers, and his name was George Grey. So that could tie in very nicely with that. Now, as for the cellar, that is the oldest part of the building. That actually survived longer than anything else. It actually survived the Great Fire of Rye in 1377, where the whole of Rye was razed to the ground by French raiders. And that's where the gang would actually carry out most of their work. That's where they hoarded their illegal contraband.
Interesting. Thank you, Clifford. We now return to the investigators at the Mermaid Inn to see what they have experienced while the lights are turned off. Let's take a look.
So we are in room 16.
So basically, there's just like, it's nearly like a loud scratching, but it was literally right behind me. And the thing about this room is like it doesn't lead. There's nowhere. There's actually nothing else behind the wall. It leads right outside.
Oh, I feel really uneasy. I don't know whether it's the atmosphere that we've created.
How do you feel?
I feel like something is on the right hand side of me.
That is Addy.
No, my right.
Oh, okay.
I'm lying in the. Oh my god! Okay, it's fine. I'm okay.
What was that?
I feel like something touched my elbow.
Okay.
But, okay, no. It's my right, as in next to me on the bed. But that might just be the atmosphere that we're creating, so.
If anyone anyone is here, can you come forward and touch one of us? We need to say hello.
Addy, did you knock this chandelier?
I did not touch the chandelier. I'm actually 5'7". I'm not tall enough. The boom pole is...
So this chandelier is moving by itself?
Yeah.
moving by itself.
Are you moving the chandelier to show us you're here?
Swing the light.
It's swinging.
Really make it push harder. Really make it push harder.
Enough.
Is there any member of the gang in this room now? If so, give us a sign.
Whoa! Hey! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Give us a sign.
That was someone coming in there then, wasn't there?
That was a passage
That
right
was
now.
someone down through there.
It wasn't staff. Were you a guest?
What?
Are you angry?
No.
Are there bodies down that hut?
Oh my god, I can't believe that. I can't believe what just happened. So we were just, all we had was our fingertips on the top of the glass, and the way it was shooting across the table, there was absolutely no way any of us were moving that. I think we were all a little bit still in shock, like that just happened. But yeah, crazy, unbelievable.
Are you into witchcraft?
How?
No.
How is that moving?
No.
How is that moving?
Are you into witchcraft?
Oh.
Are you into Satanism?
Hey, what?
Are you
Shut
into
up,
Satan?
Oh! No!
We've just been in room, oh god, 16, and we set up this on the table here in room 15, which was talcum powder with the glass in the middle, the no sign and the yes sign. These marks here are all new when we came in, these smudge marks here, and then, oh god, this is just really weird. There were a mobile phone or a recorder.
Sound
recorder was on the desk over here. It went, no one saw it fly across the room, but we all heard the thud. So it made its way from the dresser onto the floor. So everything is scaring us at the moment.
Some fantastic results there from our brave team, and what an investigation it has been. Clifford, any last thoughts?
Well, the Mermaid Inn is bathed in history, so I'm not really surprised that they've got the results they have.
And I think it'd be remiss of me not to ask you a question, because we started the show saying that everyone has had a paranormal experience. Care to share one of your own?
Well, I was investigating an East End pub a few years ago where a notorious murder happened.
Ooh.
And we were there after hours, just waiting, and nobody was by it, but one of the pictures of the actual victim fell off the wall and smashed on the floor, so that was slightly unexplained.
Of the victim itself?
Of the victim itself.
Well, thank you for that story, Clifford. And thanks for you for joining us on The Haunting. Come join us next time for more paranormal exploration. But don't lose too much sleep. Goodbye.